Welcome back to Duke's Theater. Today, we'll be ranking every single Christopher Nolan movie from the worst to the best. We're going to go chronological order through all 12 of his major releases, and we're going to do it a little bit differently, where we're all going to rate it separately, but then we're going to take the average of our ratings, and then that will be our official rating for one giant list. So the first movie is Following from 1998.
Oh, question. Are we doing decimal points?
No.
No.
It's out of 10. What?
Do you not have enough numbers?
I texted you this.
Out of 10, there's decimals out of 10.
I'm ready.
I'm
Let's
ready.
go.
All right.
Okay.
I give it a 6.
6.
4.
That's fair. That's fair. His first.
That's fair. It was labeled on Amazon Prime as International Art House, so I could see how somebody like him wouldn't like it.
Not my type of movie.
I liked it a lot. I respected the heck out of it.
You're not really a big Christopher Nolan guy, but you like kind of the idea of the filmmaking rather than like the plot of the films.
Yeah, man, I was really liking it until he started messing with time, and I was like, God, give me one where you don't do that. Just one.
Stop
Maybe
being you.
there is.
We'll get to it.
We'll get to it.
There's not.
The second movie on the Christopher Nolan list is Memento from 2000.
That's crazy that that's his second.
Yeah, he just went ham.
Oh, man.
You ready? You ready?
Yeah, I'm
gonna
ready.
I think I'm going to be a little bit of a dick.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Ready?
One.
Richard.
2, 3. Wow.
I gave it a
Sorry.
7.
I'm really sorry.
Ooh.
Before we decided we were going to do this, and I was really excited to rewatch this film because this was my top Nolan film. But for some reason on a rewatch, even though I hadn't seen it in about 10 years, I remembered everything. Everything was kind of telegraphed, I felt. And I had problems with the editing. I'm sorry. I had problems with the editing. There were some goofy editing decisions, like to hold too long on his whole time thing of like when you see the flashbacks.
Yeah, I'd be curious if it would be lower or higher if I watched it again, because this was my first time seeing it. I knew that it was in reverse, right? Like everyone knows that.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. But it still surprised me, kind of the reveal at the end. I still wasn't expecting that reveal, so I enjoyed that.
Movie number 3 is Insomnia from 2002.
Watch this for the first time for this ranking.
Ooh. And it's got the least amount of time stuff happening in it.
Yeah.
So I think
I liked
you
it.
like it.
Ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Ooh, it's
Oh.
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 7.
All right. It's a good movie. Underrated. I can't believe more people don't know about it.
No, it's very solid. I was surprised because it's Al Pacino and Robin Williams, and it's a fun little like kind of.
I was sitting there watching all these Nolan movies, and I was like, this is going to get exhausting with all this time stuff.
Yeah.
And then this was like a fresh breath of air.
Yeah.
Like, I was
and
like,
the
this is good.
scenery, too, is interesting. Being up in Alaska, it's a very unique setting.
Movie 4 is Batman Begins from 2005. You ready?
I got my number.
He's
Got
thinking
it.
about.
Wow.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
I mean, I think this is one of his very underrated movies. Like it's.
I think
obviously-
so, too.
It gets
I think so, too.
shadowed by The Dark Knight a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should say now, 7 is the higher end of my scale for Nolan
Well,
films.
five's average.
I'm gonna get just my cheeks slapped by the internet for not liking Nolan movies.
At least
the
you got a
internet.
Hawaiian
It's like
shirt.
it's like top 3 for me, and I gave it
Really?
a 7. Yeah,
Wow.
it was there were times where I preferred Batman Begins over The Dark Knight. Gonna get my cheeks slapped so hard.
And then number 5, we got The Prestige from 2006. Oh, I love The Prestige. Will does not.
Okay, look. After I
What?
rewatched Memento and I was like, oh no, Memento dropped in my list. The Prestige was number 1. And then I rewatched The Prestige. And 3, 2, 1.
Really?
Yeah,
I'm a Nolan fanboy.
man, was it telegraphed so hard. Like really, really hard.
Maybe that's one of the things with Nolan films. They're not meant to rewatch.
That is my problem with Nolan films. Well, one of them. But it was telegraphed so hard the second time. And again, his movies are quite long.
Yeah.
So it's over 2 hours. So I'm sitting there and in 10 minutes in, I'm like, okay, here's this guy and I know who he is and what his deal is. And for the rest of the movie, it just continued to be that. And there's all these little hints and stuff. And I'm like, yep, yeah, I know.
I guess
get it.
I'm not a huge movie person, but is that a Nolan problem or just a problem with making big puzzle films? Like, there's only so much. Once you know the secret, you're going to know the secret.
Disagree. I could not help but compare The Prestige to The Thing. how the thing is very ambiguous, right? And you're always trying, every rewatch, you're trying to pick out, oh, who's going to be the thing at the end. That's an insolvable film.
Ah, okay.
Nolan,
He gives you the
at
answer.
the end, will explain exactly what is happening.
Yes.
He's very expository heavy. It's like the end scene in Psycho where they're just like, and here is Norman Bates's deal.
Yeah.
He always has that in it. There's not a lot of ambiguity in his films.
That is true.
Just not my thing.
That's fair.
It's my thing.
That's fine.
Hey, it takes a village.
I'm really scared. I'm really scared. I'm putting myself out there,
Tell
man.
us. Does Will suck?
Well,
He
I would
doesn't.
vote yes
Look
on
at his
that.
cool shirt. He does-
Christopher Nolan would approve.
Yeah.
Can anyone suck at that cool shirt?
Me.
All right, now we're at number 6 from 2008's The Dark Knight.
Don't you look at my board.
I'm not looking. I'm looking at your eyes.
I made that really weird. I don't know why I did that.
Okay.
Would you put in a decimal?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Okay.
What did you do, Will?
3, 2, 1.
Oh.
Okay, so this is my highest one.
So you like The Dark Knight more currently than Batman Begins?
Yes, I currently do. I look, as much as I wanted to be a unique little flower and not say The Dark Knight is my favorite Nolan film.
I'm gonna be
I-
honest.
Yeah.
It's my favorite film too.
Wow, so unique of you, Blaine.
It's
I am
mine
bland.
too.
Wow, crazy.
No, I'm just
It's a
trending.
really good mix of everything all concealed up in a comic book story that really isn't a comic book story.
Mhm.
I think it's really good, and it doesn't have a lot of his time shenanigans.
Oh, it's. I mean, I gave it a 10 out of 10. I mean, The Dark Knight is probably in my top 4 just favorite movies of all time.
and
I loved
let's
it.
be honest, it's the performances.
Oh yeah.
That's what really knocks it over the edge. It would be, in my opinion, kind of mediocre if it weren't for the dynamic between Heath Ledger and Christian Bale.
All right, next movie is from 2010. It is Inception. Are you ready?
I don't know. He's up to something.
No.
All right.
Are you in a dream
Yeah,
of a
no,
dream?
I'm ready.
3,
yeah.
2, 1.
Oh.
Wow.
Wow.
All right. We are
How
not
did I
in-
do that? I am lower than Will. Is that possible?
Whoa, hey.
Actually, that's the second
For
time.
this one, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I think this is my number 2. Still, golly, too long, man. 2.5 hours. That could be cut a little quicker. It's like a 5-act film.
I've seen this film, I think, 2 or 3 times, and it went down every time I saw it.
Yeah.
Because it really is just too long.
I think it's hurt by the exposition. There's a lot of scenes of just explaining how the thing works, and that's fine. But like, take the first exposition scene, for example. They're just sitting at a table, and it's mostly shot reverse shot. It's not very exciting.
Yeah. And I think in the problem, especially when I think Nolan's movies, when they aren't as good, when they get longer, it's kind of like I'm really more here for like the gimmick rather than like the meat.
His
So-
ideas are top notch,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
The idea for Inception is crazy creative
Oh.
and original,
Yeah.
and super fun. But you gotta wait a while to get to that.
And I think that's why, like, the first watch, it's always like, oh my gosh, that's awesome. But then as you watch it more times, it just doesn't have that balance of a rewatchable film.
Well, so that's why I think he's kind of the perfect populist filmmaker in modern times, right? Because he's kind of got the Tarantino thing going on,
Mm-hmm.
where it's high concept, right, and very artfully made. He's truly a modern day auteur, but it's accessible for a modern audience because it's not like, oh, I have to watch this thing 4 times to understand what the heck is even going on.
Yeah, that
You
is fair.
only have to watch it once and you can get all the information.
Yeah.
I think that's why he's as successful as he is. We'll get to it. I think that's why he is as successful as he is because, I mean, dude makes good movies.
I think he has a
He
good
does.
balance of like it feels like an arty film, but it's more of like a regular person.
It
sounds
accesses
snobby,
both levels.
even though it's my favorite and I'm the snobby regular guy that likes it. I guess I don't know, but it feels like, man, I feel like this. It feels like more of like an event rather than like,
Mhm.
especially with like Oppenheimer coming out last year with Barbie. It was like
Oh, that was a whole thing. Yeah, we'll get to that.
number 8 is The Dark Knight Rises. The Dark Knight Rises. The Dark Knight Rises from 2012. Yeah, buddy.
That-
3, 2, 1.
Oh.
I really don't like this movie.
It's
like
definitely the weakest out of the Batman.
yeah, like man, I just don't like it. I don't like it. I don't think Tom Hardy's Bane. I mean, it's fucking comical.
Yeah, it is.
It's not intimidating. He's just big guy.
Yeah, but we like.
But you're coming off the psychoticness of the Joker. And it's so unpredictable, and Bane's just like a big guy who can beat you up.
The other two Batman films I feel like felt quicker, where this one felt like a 2-hour, 3-hour Nolan movie. Like it just was so drawn out.
A sign of what's to come.
Yeah, I think one of the downfalls for it is the fact that Heath Ledger did die because he was supposed to be in this movie.
Right,
And
right.
I don't remember exactly all the scenes he was supposed to be in, but one scene specifically I didn't even cut was where the Scarecrow's like the judge.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
supposed to be the Joker.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now we're at number 9 from Interstellar, 2014.
Yes. Oh, he's changing it.
All right. Come for me, you nerds.
Get him.
Come
Get
for
'em.
me.
I think this is pretty low. People love Interstellar.
I watched it the first time and I really didn't like it. Watched it the second time, I really liked it. I think I gave it an 8. Watched it the third time for this, and I'm like, okay, it's in the middle of where I felt. It's just, again, we're getting over long. It's one of his most emotionally impactful films. But again, it just kind of meanders in the middle. Like, it gets really meandering in the Matt Damon character.
The Matt Damon,
sucks.
the Matt
he
Damon
does
character.
sucks.
And it's not even that the character sucks. If you just have like a sucky character you don't like, that's one
Yeah.
thing. But that whole just middle sequence, it kind of just drags, and it's like it
Right.
pulls you out of the movie.
Yeah. It's got incredible effects, right?
Oh,
But
yeah.
I'm not watching a 2.5-hour movie for a couple effects shots.
That's fair.
Like, you got to get through an hour on the farm.
But you said you liked Avatar.
No, whoa. When did I say that? That's not even funny.
It's Inception. I'm
don't
putting it in
joke
your brain.
about that.
James
Oh,
Cameron.
no. Anybody got a top? What is movie 10?
Movie 10
Oh.
is from 2017.
Oh, is this?
And it is Dunkirk.
Yep.
All right, ready? Here we go. Let's do it. Oh man!
Yeah, I don't
A
like it.
6?
I don't
Okay,
like this
okay,
movie
I
at
You
know.
all.
are too nice.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me explain myself. One, I'm a Nolan fanboy. 2, I eat up World War II stuff. So
That was not a World War II movie.
I agree
I've
with
watched
Blaine.
World War II movies.
maybe
That was not a World
maybe
War
it's
II
just
movie.
the time frame that I like, that 1940s aesthetic too.
Fair.
I don't, because if it was set in any other time frame, if it was just like, I don't know. I think it got a little bit of a sweet spot where it hit me specifically. It's like I like it a little bit more, but it's definitely one of his weaker ones.
But it was shot on IMAX, so it doesn't look like the 40s at all.
Yeah, but they got like the old suits and boats and stuff, so it's cool. And the old
Let's go.
Glad that's what
I
you're
don't-
looking for. I just think
They also
man,
had Harry Styles.
the
wait, Harry Styles in it?
Oh my god.
Wait, where?
Yeah,
What
he's like
part?
the main character. He's one of the main characters.
he doesn't show up for a while though.
He's in it since like the beginning. He's in the whole thing.
Changing his rating. Dude,
No, it's
it's
still
just
6,
his
it's
time
still
nonsense has no place in this. Like, it doesn't serve the story.
I thought it was
Yeah.
It
gonna
just
be.
there's nothing about this movie that works for me. The 2 that it got is because it's a competent looking and sounding piece of media. But the story
I
does
thought
not work on any level
I
for
just
me.
thought
The
something was
performances are
gonna happen.
deadpan.
nothing happened.
Hmm.
I thought something was gonna happen.
Yeah.
You did a big thing.
He let me down.
He let you down. Movie 11. We're at Tenet, which came out in 2020. Hold on, I wrote the wrong number. Are we ready?
I don't want to. I don't want
Show
to.
it. Show it.
Count me down.
1, 2, 3.
A 1.
Oh,
I hated this thing. I hated it. I hated it so much. I hated it, man. This was like Chinese water torture on my couch for 3 hours. Just, there's this in the water. Bullets go backwards. Oh, wow. This is the movie that was supposed to save cinemas? Lick my butt cheeks.
I thought that was Top Gun Maverick.
Well, that's the one that did do it. But
Oh,
you remember
okay.
how like this movie kept getting delayed because Christopher Nolan is like, no, my movies will be shown in cinema. Hang on, sorry, British. Oh, my movies will be shown in cinema. I can't do it, but you know, whatever. I'm not even gonna try. People have clicked off, and they're gonna hate me so much.
I don't know.
My opinion's invalid. That's fine.
I think I might get more hate for giving them so high.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe there's a lot of Nolan haters.
Oh, it's like turned now. Everybody was
Yeah.
on Nolan's side. Now it's turned, and now I'm the rock star.
Well, the lowest I've given so far is a
Pew, pew,
5.
pew.
I'm in the middle the whole time. So, I touched my microphone. I'm always in the middle.
Yeah, see, but people can hate you for not having an opinion. That also happens.
So there's
God.
3 options,
So-
and they're all wrong.
Yes.
So choose who you hate.
It's-
whatever you want.
Comment who you hate, and we'll count them up, and we'll decide who to kick off.
Deal.
All right, well, now we're at the very, very, very last movie that came out last year, Oppenheimer.
Man, this is kind of a difficult one.
Why? Because there's
Is
a bomb?
No, because it's well made, but it's very, very long.
That doesn't bother me. I don't know.
Okay.
It's back to that rewatchable thing, though. It bothers me the second time.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know. I have mixed opinions on that. I don't know.
Your opinion's something.
Oh,
I just don't ever want to sit through this movie again. 3, 2, 1.
Oh.
That's high.
Well,
That's very high.
I'm a World War II guy. I told
That's fair.
Yeah, okay.
And it was very good. Definitely better than Dunkirk. I'll give you that.
Oh, for sure.
you. Granted, I have only watched it once.
I liked it a lot when we saw it in the theater.
I was going to say, it was a lot of fun in the theater. That was
I
good.
really enjoyed it, but the more distance I have from it, the less likely I am to ever go back and watch it again. Lots of the scenes have faded from my memory. I've still got some, though, that are like very iconic shots. You know, the Einstein's hat falling off, all that fun
Yeah.
stuff.
Which time? It happens like 3 times.
All of them.
all 3. They're
All
playing
of them.
And that's
simultaneously.
it. That's it. It's just Einstein's hat falling off. Yeah, it's good, but man, it is like, it's the pinnacle of movies not made for me.
Yeah.
3 hours, World War II, and
The politics of it. And
political drama.
I
It's
love
just,
it.
it's
I love the political
so
drama.
not my thing that me giving it a 6 is kind of actually high praise. Like, it held my attention and had me engaged and had me want to look up things about Robert J. Oppenheimer.
I think your negatives are, I think, more reasons why I like it.
Yeah, well, that's fine. Yeah.
No, we have to have the same opinion.
Dude, at least none of these are like technically bad. They're subjective.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
Which is the
it's
reason why we picked them
wonderful.
to do
His
it.
filmography is so wonderful because everybody can have a different ranking and everybody can have a different favorite because there is no right or wrong answer because they're all well made. It's just which story do you like the best and which do you think he pulled off the best?
And why is it The Dark Knight? You know, like,
And as much as I wanted to be the person that said no, it's not, it kind of is.
Yeah.
Dark Knight's good, man. Can't deny it.
all right,
Yeah.
now we're going to tally up all of our numbers and then give you the definitive ranking. All right, so now we've taken all of our ratings and now we've averaged them out to give you the final definitive Christopher Nolan ranking that can never be topped. It's perfect.
No.
All right,
Can't beat it.
and we'll figure out what second place is because first place is obviously The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
That's the
That's
goal. What's
that's
2?
obvious.
What's 2?
I'm curious what the gap is.
That's fair. So in last place at number 10 with an average of 3.7 is Dunkirk.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Who would have thought?
We
Not
all
me.
did not like that.
Yeah.
Then in 11th place with the average of 4.3, we have Tenet.
That also makes sense.
Kind of makes me mad, but all right.
Not that it's 11. That's
Yeah,
not last.
it deserves to be last.
And then at number 10 with an average of 5.3 is that we have Following.
I feel like that could be a little higher, but all right.
And then at number 9, we have number 8, which is The Dark Knight Rises.
Those should be switched. I don't like it.
I like the Dark Knight.
The average is
Rises a little bit.
6.3.
I cannot believe how high you scored that.
Sorry. He did it higher, didn't he?
We're in the
Yeah,
past.
but dude, look
But
look
at
at this
him.
guy.
I'm the president of a Christopher Nolan fan club. Time's irrelevant. All right, you sitting down? You ready for this?
Yeah.
For 7 and 8, we have a tie.
Oh!
For an average of 6.7, it's a tie between Memento and Inception.
I'd say
Yeah,
do a double
that is-
feature, but you'd be there all day.
We have a tie for 4 and 5. Baby, it is at an average of 7.3. We have Oppenheimer and Interstellar.
I agree.
All right, now we're in the top 3, baby. The
All
number 3 movie, we have an average of 7.7 for this, and that is The Prestige. At number 2, because obviously number 1's The Dark Knight, we have an average of 8, and this is Batman Begins.
All right. Well, that's our Chris Nolan ranking.
Yeah, that is our Chris Nolan ranking. Should we do more ranking videos? We did a Star Wars ranking video a while back, which took Will forever to edit, so you should watch that one. And let us know what we should do next. Let us know your Christopher Nolan rankings in the comments. Let us know, did you like the hot takes, the meat writer takes, or the middle takes?
Meat writer takes. Nope, I got it.
Dunkirk. Oh, I was not expecting that. He destroyed Dunkirk.